Florida. The state of Florida. What is wrong with you as far as football is concerned? Why can't you win? Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's me again, Gold and Blue Dude. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button. This channel is home of at least one college football video every single day. Here recently, I've been looking over the records of Miami, Florida, and Florida State, and all three of those teams are bad. Why? The state of Florida is a recruiting hotbed. Those three teams have advantages over pretty much everybody else as far as recruiting and the availability of it. And to be honest with you, they actually recruit at a decent level. So what's the problem? The crazy thing is, instead of these rivalries trying to prove which team is the best team in the state of Florida, these rivalries has turned into which school sucks the least. Oh, we had a bad season, but look, we beat Miami. We suck less than Miami. Oh, we had an okay season, but look, we beat Florida State. We're better than Florida State. We don't suck as bad as them. Oh, we're kind of having a down year, but this year, we beat Florida. We suck less than Florida. Whatever the case may be, that's what these rivalries have turned into. Who sucks the least in the state of Florida? First off, we'll start off with Miami, the Hurricanes. They are an astounding 5-4, third in the ACC Coastal. And they do actually still have a small chance to win the Coastal. I don't think it's going to happen, though. They lost to Alabama, Michigan State, Virginia, North Carolina. They beat Appalachian State, Central Connecticut State, NC State, Pitt, and Georgia Tech. They are on a 3-game winning streak, so they have gotten hot. But still, if 10 years ago you would have told me that a team like Virginia and NC State, and even a Michigan State, would beat Miami, I would have laughed at you. And a lot of those games were at home. The remaining games are at Florida State, a home game against Virginia Tech, and at Duke. So they do have the shot of finishing 8-4 and having a decent season. They average 32.9 points per game. That's 32nd, so not a terrible offense. But they allow 30.9 points per game, which is 97th. So they don't have a good defense. Manny Diaz, in his third season, he's gone 6-7, 8-3, and now 5-4 so far. Could finish 8-4, so kind of around the same record as last year. Miami has too many advantages to be an average, maybe even okay team. They should be great and elite every once in a while. You know how many times they've won the Coastal? They haven't won the Coastal since they've been in the ACC. How does that happen? Staying in the ACC. Florida State. Man, do you remember the Bobby Bowden Florida State? I mean, you couldn't beat them in the ACC. ACC title one after another. I think it was like over 20 straight. Something like that. Something ridiculous. Now they can't even have a winning season. They're 3-6 so far this year. 6th in the ACC Atlantic. Lost to Notre Dame. Lost to FCS Jacksonville State at home. That's inexcusable. Lost at Wake Forest. Lost to Louisville. Lost at Clemson. And lost to NC State. Their 3 wins. Syracuse somehow got a win over North Carolina and mighty UMass. Remaining games. Miami, at Boston College, at Florida. Sorry, Florida State fans. You're not making a bowl this year either. You'd be lucky to finish the season 5-7. Lucky. Mike Norvell. Now, this is only his second year. Last year, he went 3-6 in the COVID year. So far, 3-6 this year. Probably going to have a worse losing percentage this year than last year. Florida State averages 28.1 points per game. That's 71st. And allowed 27 points per game. Again, 71st. Hey, at least they're consistent. But you at least have to give him one more year. But it's not looking good for Mike Norvell. He has a daunting task of trying to rebuild Florida State. Don't forget to check out my good friends at TriStateWoodSketch.com. All you have to do is send them the picture, and they'll transfer it on the wood. They do family photos, couples photos, logos of your favorite team, all shapes and sizes. Right now, he's running a buy one, get one free special if you mention that Gold and Blue Dude sing. And finally, the mighty Florida Gators. Chomp, chomp. At the beginning of the season, I said Florida would fall down to 4th place in the SEC East. Guess where they're at? 4th place in the SEC East. 4-5. Wow. They average 29.4 points per game. That's 56th. And allow 24.7 points per game, which is 63rd. Not good on either side of the ball. They've beaten FAU, South Florida, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. That's it. And they lost to Alabama, Kentucky. Before recent history, it was unheard of. Unheard of for Kentucky to beat Florida ever. I mean, they went years and years and years and years of not beating Florida. All of a sudden, they can beat Florida. They also lost to LSU for the second year in a row, got thumped by Georgia, and got beat by South Carolina. They got blown out by South Carolina. That was hilarious. So far, here's what Dan Mullen has done at Florida. 10-3, then 11-2. Great start. But after that, last year 8-4, and this year off to a 4-5 start. I told y'all that y'all were nuts to extend Dan Mullen. Oh no, Golden Blue Dude, he's building something here at Florida. Okay. What happens? Yeah, you're sliding downward. And he's trying to figure, I got to fire coordinators. That's the problem. It's not me, it's the coordinators. I have nothing to do with the lack of success at Florida right now. It's you, Dan Mullen. I mean, you had decent success at Mississippi State. I'll give you that. But Florida's been a whole different beast for you. You're sucking it up right now. So the best team in the state of Florida when it comes to college football is UCF? I think so. So far this year, they're 6-3, third in the AAC. And they have the Fighting Gus Malzahns going on this year, who did okay, not great at Auburn. He started out 12-2, then 8-5, 7-6, 8-5, 10-4, 8-5, 9-4. Winning seasons, but not great. I'd say still better than all those other three coaches combined. And this year, in his first year at UCF, 6-3. That's not bad. Is there something that's going around the border of Florida that's keeping Miami, Florida, and Florida State from having success in college football? If there is, y'all need to figure it out, because this is not good. Y'all have way too good of a recruiting hotbed to be this bad. This is bad. You're not even okay. You're not even mediocre. You're bad. Golden Blue Dude, you have no room to talk. You're a West Virginia fan. You're right. West Virginia is struggling right now. But West Virginia doesn't have near the amount of advantages that you guys do. I mean, we're not located in a recruiting hotbed. We don't have a great history of being in the SEC or ACC and having a ton of success. We're a decent football program. We're out in the middle of nowhere. So that's like comparing apples to oranges. Whatever it is, the state of Florida needs to get it together, because right now, and I'm really not trying to troll you, this is the actual truth. Right now, you're the laughingstock of college football. It's that bad. You can't be a major university in the state of Florida and not be good at football. That's just not how it's supposed to go. People are laughing at you. You need to figure it out. And it might be as simple as coaching. You might not have the right coach. But with as much name recognition as Miami, Florida, Florida State have, you should be able to get pretty much whatever coach you want. That's the way it should be. And I'm not saying Dan Mullen was necessarily a bad hire at the time, but he's turning out to be a bust for Florida. Mike Norvell, a very, very slow start. Manny Diaz, he's way overwhelmed. Now, Miami could finish strong, but Miami should have been much, much better than 8-4, if they do, in fact, finish 8-4. Whatever it is, whatever the case may be, you got to get it figured out. You have to get it figured out. There's no excuses. Y'all let me know what you think in the comments section. That's all I got for you for this show. Like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on my next show.